Merry Backstage Noble Wife, the story of America's favorite family of the Footlights and of their fight for security and happiness against the concrete heart of Broadway. Yesterday, upon landing on an uninhabited point on the Mexican shore, Mary, Harry, Pop, and Calvin found a small truck. And we see them now as Calvin propels the vehicle along a bumpy back road, and we hear...
Well, it's transportation.
Yes,
sort.
And it's getting somewhere, but we don't know where.
Well, I saw a sign that said Veracruz along this road. Didn't have any numbers after it.
That's supposed to be a very nice place, from what I've read.
Yeah, I suppose it is. I have a funny feeling, though, that somebody will be looking for this. You don't suppose that this could have been left here years ago and we just happened on it?
Well, that's kind of unlikely with gasoline in it and everything.
Yeah. Well, I think probably, well, the way I look at it, somebody went out on a boat, see, left this here, and in case they came back, they'd have their truck here.
Oh, right. That's very likely what it is. They're out fishing, probably.
Could very well be that. Then, actually, what we've done here is committed a crime.
Right. We've stolen a vehicle and could get it.
The clutch slips on this thing.
Yeah,
yes, that's not the only thing that's slipping. I almost fell out of here.
Oh.
This is really the roughest ride I've had in years.
Better fasten that seatbelt, Mary.
What seatbelt? It's good we can laugh at a time like this.
It is, but I'm still hungry. I wish we'd find wouldn't it be great to pass a house of toast down here in Mexico?
Well, they're not down here.
No, I don't think so.
But this is definitely Mexico. See a few signs of Mexican or Spanish.
Well, maybe even a taco stand would be good.
I don't know. Do you like tacos?
Yeah, I do. And yo como muy poco.
What's that?
Yo como muy poco. I don't eat very much, but I am hungry right now.
You remember all these little phrases.
Well, I'm trying to practice up on the few I know.
What is the tacos, anyway?
What is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's crusty...
Oh, this is the roughest ride.
Pastry with hot chili meat.
That horn went off by itself. I thought
it was. Well, it's the bouncing around we're taking.
What was tacos? Did you say?
It's a pastry, a dry pastry with some meat filling and chili and some cheese sprinkled over it. Hot sauce.
Well, the weather forecast down here is cool today, hot tamale.
Well, maybe we'll find some of those. Who knows?
Oh, Calvin, you have such a rich sense of humor. I don't know what we'd do without you at times. Then again, sometimes I'd like to try.
Hey, look up ahead.
What?
Isn't that a truck coming this way?
Sure is.
Looks like kind of some sort of a government vehicle, too.
Looks like a bunch of soldiers are standing in the back of the truck, too.
Yeah.
Kind of look like, like one of those soldier transport trucks.
Looks like they're pointing at us, too, as if we've done something wrong. Oh.
What do you want? Say hablo español? No speak.
And so after quite a spell of not seeing anyone, our friends spy a truck loaded with soldiers heading their way. And you want to be here tomorrow when we'll hear one of them say,
"Up against the wall."
That's tomorrow in the next exciting episode of Merry Backstage Noble Wife. Word Carr speaking. I can't wait for that episode either.
Oh, I'm with you.
Say, we have with us today a lady who answered a newspaper advertisement. She's here to tell us about it, Miss Catherine Burris. I think we just have time for you, Miss Burris.
All right. Hello, Mr. Elliott. By the way, this is my first time to be behind the footlights.
Well, we don't have footlights here. They're used in legitimate theaters only.
Oh, is that where they're used?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that throws a different light on the situation. You walked right into that one, didn't you, Mr. Elliott? My, yes, you
Miss
did.
Burris, which newspaper ad did you answer? Would you tell us?
An ad which read, in essence, can you sing? Do you have hidden talent? And things like that. Write us and let us know if you have any talent, and if you have, we'll help you develop your singing talent, or for that matter, any other kind of talent you may have. Well, that was it, in essence.
Do you have a hidden talent, Miss Burris?
Well, I sing as well as Helen Going With.
Who's Helen going with?
I don't know who Helen's going with. I haven't seen her recently. Oh, mercy, you fell for those. Maybe I should be an MC instead of a singer.
Did you send these people a letter telling them about your singing talent, Miss Burris?
Well, I thought sending just a letter would be insufficient, so I went to the Penny Arcade and made a recording of Old Johnny.
How did it come out? Was it good?
Well, it picked up the sounds of the rifle shots in the background, but I felt that these people would take the rifle noises into consideration and not pay any attention to them.
So you sent the record along to them, huh?
Well, I'm not afraid not. On my way out of the Penny Arcade, I accidentally stepped on the foot vibrator, and the record flew about 30 feet into the air.
Smashed the record, huh?
Only the part that fell on the floor. Oh, mercy, how you do set me up with those straight faces.
Straight lines, Miss Burris.
Well, whatever.
Thanks for coming up here, and I'm glad you decided to turn down their offer.
You have a lot of talent, ma'am. Good luck to you, Miss Burris.
Go back there and sit down. Next, Mary Backstage, Noble Wife. The story of America's favorite family of the Footlights and of their fight for security and happiness against the concrete heart of Broadway. It's moments after yesterday's episode now as Mary, Harry, Pop, and Calvin drive the truck they found along the bumpy road in Mexico, hoping for a sign of a friendly face, when suddenly Calvin spies a truck coming their way.
Yeah, there's a truck coming with a bunch of guys in the back. Look like soldiers to me.
Well, good. Maybe they'll direct us to the right direction to go. We're heading for Veracruz, is that right?
That's right.
They say that's a nice place. One of them's getting out now. He looks like the leader. They don't look like very well-uniformed soldiers. No, they don't. Mary, stand behind me.
Yes, all right.
I'll stand behind you, Mary.
Yeah, se habla español, buddy. We're gringos.
We're Americano. Don't speak Spanish.
What are you doing down here, you guys?
Oh, good. He speaks English.
What are you doing here?
Sir, I'm Harry Backstage. This is my wife, Mary.
How do you do?
Behind her is Pop Beloved, stage doorman. How do you do? And this is Calvin Hoogerman, our driver, next-door neighbor, and son of the mother of him.
Yes, I'm the only son. So, I don't know whether you care about that or not, but that's the case as it is.
Maybe they'd like to know how we got here, how the story went up to this point.
Let me introduce me.
Yes.
I'm a bandito. Chief bandito here.
Chief Bandito?
Yeah.
Chief Bandito?
Chief Bandito, what does that mean?
That means I'm a bandito, you know? Like you say bandit, we say bandito.
Yes, we understand bandito, what it means.
Oh, you mean you like take wallets and things like that?
Yeah, that's right. They take wallets, things like that.
Well, you know, it just occurred to me we don't even have any wallets. We've lost all of our belongings. You see, we were kidnapped by Captain Wolf Larson aboard the Rita B some weeks ago, and he let us off in the Dry Tortugas. After spending several days there trying to reach some other land...
Come off the truck, you.
Better save it, Harry.
Come up here with your gun.
I don't quite understand what he's planning to do.
He called the other fellows to Pedro, one of them, come up here with their guns.
Bring their gun. That's what they're doing, too. Yeah, I see they are.
You were saying...
I was saying we got off the Dry Tortugas by sailing Captain Larson's vessel, and it ended up in the middle of a naval bombardment area. We had to go to the lifeboats.
Up against the wall, eh?
Hey, they want to light us up against the wall, Harry. That's what I thought.
Line us up against the wall, probably take our picture.
I don't think that's the idea they have in mind, Calvin.
Well,
go on. You were saying what?
Well, we got into the lifeboat from the Rita B and started to row for the nearest dry land, and we landed here. Apparently, we're in Mexico.
That's where you are, right. You're in Mexico.
Before that, we used to be on TV. We ran a fast food restaurant, the House of Toast. It's still running in Skunk Haven, Long Island.
I don't like the way he's looking at us. He has that faraway look. I don't think he understands all this.
Can you tell us which way to Veracruz?
Yeah. Up against that wall. That's the best way.
And so the Chief Bandito seems to threaten Mary, Harry, Pop, and Calvin with no good fortune. And you'll want to be here tomorrow when we'll hear the Chief say...
Unless you want to join our group.
That's tomorrow in the next exciting episode of Mary Backstage, Noble Wife. Word Carr speaking.
This is the show on which we introduce a new feature called Salute the Honor City.
From time to time, we're going to select, by technical means, a city around the country and salute it on the Bob and Ray Show. And we're ready for our Honor City Salute number 1.
Bob, where's the piece of paper with the name of the Honor City?
Did I give it to you?
No.
I did? Play a little longer, will you, musicians?
No, all we have
I
here
do.
is the commercial for Columbia phonographs. I don't see
Let me
any
look
piece
through my
of paper.
stuff here.
Keep it going, will you? Orchestra, just a second.
No, I don't have it here.
Well, it was
How
here.
about that pile of papers?
No, let me see. Oh, he's ending now. We got to.
You know what it is, engineer?
Well, we lost the name of the city. We'll have to do it
We'll look it up. Do it some other
time. Sorry about it.
Next, Mary Backstage, Noble Wife. The story of America's favorite family of the Footlights and of their fight for security and happiness against the concrete heart of Broadway. Yesterday, our friends ran into a gang of Mexican banditos, the chief of whom heard their story of how they had escaped from the Rita B and landed on the Mexican coast. Now, moments later, the chief looks incredulously at Mary, Harry, Pop, and Calvin as we...
I find it hard. I can't believe your story. You tell me all this, what you go from where you come on a boat. I don't understand.
Well, it's completely true, Chief. We
Yeah,
did
that's right.
land here. We thought we were going to land in Key West.
Yeah. Your name no Chief. I'm Miguel.
Miguel. Good to know you, Miguel.
Oh, Miguel. It's very nice to know you.
Oh, Miguel, that's so nice. That's like Michael, isn't it?
I don't know what it like, lady. It Miguel.
You see, we're famous Broadway stars. I'm
Well,
Harry
you know,
backstage.
say we have Michael, for instance,
Well,
Michelle.
he knows that,
Michelle in French, and Miguel, I think, in Spanish, and Michael in English, and so
He knows
forth.
all of that, Mary. He knows his name.
What about a Miguelito?
Well, I don't know. Well, anyway, go ahead, Harry.
Miguelito, I remember him.
What
Had
are
a
you
band
saying?
at one time.
Hey, you trying
What?
to make fun here?
Who, me?
It's too hot standing sun listening to
Yeah.
you making fun, you
It
know.
is kind of... Could you just show us the way to Veracruz?
You show your money.
Well, as I said, we've lost our wallets. We have no identification, but I can tell you...
Those boots you're wearing. What
What?
size boots?
My shoes, 9.5.
Anybody wear 9.5 boot on that truck?
No.
Take 'em off. Give me the boot.
Well, I can't walk around in my bare feet here, and
Oh, you'll learn how to do that.
better
Your
give 'em
feet
to him.
toughen up quick on this sandy.
Better give 'em to him, Harry.
Yeah, see?
Will you tell them not to fire those wild shots back there? It makes me nervous taking my shoes off.
Shoot anytime you want. You hear?
I don't like the looks of this, Harry. I don't either.
He's not paying any attention to you.
No.
Take those boots
No.
off. will
Yeah,
you?
I've got them off. Here they are.
Hey, lady, what are you doing with those shoes?
I'm wearing them.
Well, you certainly don't want her high heels.
Uh-huh. Miguelito, you want high heels?
See.
Let me have those shoes.
Well, all right.
Oh, boy.
I don't care. They're killing me anyway. I think I'd just soon go barefoot for a while.
I think this is some kind of a joke. Look at those men back on the truck laughing.
They're drinking. See,
Oh.
we're celebrating. We just hold up a bank.
Oh, that's
We
even
got
worse.
lots of money and lots of, how you say, drink.
Right, and then you don't need our money, in other words.
We could always use your money.
Well,
we could also use some more help.
Uh-huh. Well,
Are you gangsters?
no, but we can help
no,
you if you'll
no,
help
no.
us get to Veracruz.
No, we're actors and actresses, and he's just a nice boy who lives next door,
Yes.
and he's an eccentric uncle.
We're
here.
famous Broadway stars. I'm a beloved idol of a million other women.
Uh-huh. You want to join our group and have fun and rob banks and like that?
And so it appears that our friends are about to make a deal with the chief of the Banditos and go along with them at least for a while until they can escape. Do you want to join us on Monday when we'll hear Mary say,
Oh, come on, let's join them.
that's Monday in the next exciting episode of Mary Backstage, Noble Wife. Word Carr speaking.
Now then, do we have a little theme for this next feature, please? Hello, this is your host, Emery Wheeler, here on Show Business Corner. And our guest today is network producer Morton Peters, noted for his successful television series, Waikiki Gun. Hi, Mort.
Hello, Emery.
Mort, most people are aware of the success of Waikiki Gun, but for those who aren't, would you mind, Mort?
Well, not at all. Waikiki Gun is the story of Wild Bill Harlow, the man who cleaned up Honolulu.
Well, gosh, you really went way out west on that one, didn't you?
I would say so, Emery.
Mort, it's a successful show, and I'm sure the network is after you to develop some new westerns, right?
Yes, they are, Emery. The network is after me to develop some new westerns.
Do you have any ideas, Mort?
Well, the trend in westerns seems to be moving toward the, let's call it the esoteric kind of cowboy.
You mean the finely caparisoned cowpoke?
That's about what I mean. Guy who can quote things.
Have you had any luck on the project, Mort?
Well, I've seen some scripts, and there are a few I'm interested in. I was particularly taken by a script one writer submitted that was called Oscar Wilde Goes West.
Gee, judging by the title, it would seem to be a good idea.
I thought so, too, but it turned out to be a sea story about Oscar Wilde's first trip to New York.
Yeah. Any other scripts seem interesting at all?
Well, there's Arnold of Paris, the fighting hairdresser, the Old West's first beautician.
Hey, that sounds promising,
It
too.
is. Thing I like about it, we wouldn't have too much trouble getting a beautician into scrapes each week, not in the Old West. But as yet, we haven't licked the problem of how he's going to get out of those scrapes.
But,
if we get that set up, then we'll be in pretty good shape, I think.
Well, you will. Network television producer Mort Peters, because perplexing problems are part of your life. And thank you for being with us.
Next, Mary Backstage, Noble Wife. The story of America's favorite family of the footlights and of their fight for security and happiness against the concrete heart of Broadway. Mary, Harry, Pop, and Calvin yesterday enjoyed a hearty meal with their newfound bandito friends in Mexico, and it's the following morning now as we join them and hear the leader of the gang say,
Everybody up. Everybody up.
"Oh, we're wide awake, Miguel."
Oh, I don't feel so good either.
Oh.
It's a long night.
What was that? Tequila you were serving last night, Miguel?
That's right. Tequila. That was a good drink, eh?
Oh, it's
Where's your dumb friend?
Well, where is Calvin, Mary? Do you know?
I don't know where he is. He went off last night just 3 sheets to the wind.
It wasn't like him at all. I was surprised the way he acted.
Well, he was filled up with those enchiladas and tacos or tacos. How do you say that, Miguel?
I don't know. Tacos, I guess.
Well, good morning, everyone. Oh,
Some pronounce it tacos, some pronounce it taco.
Hello, Pop.
Experts pronounce it best.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Miguel, you have such a face sense of humor.
What was that stuff we had last night?
You were drinking tequila.
Tequila, huh? Oh. I think I'll go back to bed for a while.
Where's your dumb friend?
We were just speaking of Calvin. I don't know where he is.
I don't know where he went. He went, of course, off that way. I can't really see straight. I don't sleep well on the ground that way.
Can you show us the way to Veracruz, Miguel, so we can make plans to try and get back to New York?
I could show you the way, but you belong a troop now. We got work to do.
Oh, what do you mean by that?
See, we're hiding from the federale troopers.
Yes.
We're outlaws. We're bandidos, you know?
Well, we judged as much, yes.
Yeah, well, now you belong to us. You see, you're one of us. You're a bandito now.
You mean you're taking
You don't
us?
want to go to Veracruz. You're going to go where we go, you know?
Well, we do want to go to Veracruz.
You can go to Veracruz. The federale troopers are all over Veracruz.
Well, they're not looking for us. They're looking for
No,
you.
they're looking for you because you're a member of our group.
Well,
we're
we're
a bandito.
part of the
you
gang
see?
now, Harry.
Now, listen, you want me to shoot somebody?
No, we don't need any
All
shooting.
Well, that's the only way. Now, you got to listen to what I'm telling you.
All right, what are you saying?
So you don't go to Veracruz. You're going to... Now, where's your dumb friend?
We don't know. He just wandered away.
Well, he went off. Why do you keep it? Why'd you go look for him? We don't know where he is.
Yeah, what's so important about Calvin anyway? You got plans for him?
I don't want him to fall into the hands of the federale troopers.
How close are the federale troopers?
Who knows? They're all over. They're like ants. They crawl the earth. The federale troopers. They're very bad.
I don't like the looks of this, Harry.
They get a hold of us. We're yuck.
No, I don't either. These people are in trouble, and we're going to get in trouble with them, I'm afraid.
Listen, let me try to talk sense into Miguel here. Sir, listen, we're from New York. We're actors and actresses, and we have a House of Toast back there. It's a fast restaurant. You know, we go get toast.
What do you think about it, Miguel?
I don't like it.
And so our friends learn that Miguel is serious about having them join his bandito gang. And you'll want to be here tomorrow when we'll hear Calvin say,
Well, here I am, and you say on the lookout?
That's tomorrow in the next exciting episode of Merry Backstage Noble Wife. Word Carr speaking.
And again today, we've had our scouts searching the railroad and bus terminals for victims of misfortune who need a helping hand from our generous Bob and Ray organization. Bob, I assume that downcast figure there beside you is our first guest today.
Yeah, that's right, Ray. This is Mr. Leroy Drumgardner of Rochester, Minnesota. And according to his card, you spent all your money, sir, on a trip to New York in the futile hope of locating a former business associate. Is that right?
Well, that's right. I've been hunting for him for almost a week now, but no luck. I guess I should have figured I'd probably never find him here. My only hope was to come and give it a try.
Well, I assume this man wasn't at his home or business address. Is that right?
Oh, I don't know. He might have been, but I didn't know his name. That was one of my problems. I only met him once. That was in Times Square when I gave him the $12,000 for the oil lease.
Uh-huh.
He didn't mention his name, and at the time I didn't think it was necessary to ask.
Well, apparently something made you decide later that you needed to know who he was. Could you tell us about that?
Yes, I can talk about it now. I decided I wanted to find the man again when I became dissatisfied with the oil lease. I got as close as I could to the exact latitude and longitude described on the paper he gave me, but then the elevator captain said I'd have to get special permission to go any closer.
An elevator captain refused to let you go to your oil property?
Yeah, you see, it turned out to be right under the Hancock building there in Chicago. And since it's 100 stories high and already moves a little when the wind blows, the elevator captain said they probably wouldn't want me drilling for oil in the basement. But now I can't find my former business associate to get my money back.
Well, yours is indeed a story of heartbreak, Mr. Drumgardner, but we'd like to ease your sorrow, and our generous Bob and Ray organization wants to present you with this lovely gift, a pedigreed Irish setter from the King of Canines Kennel in Kenilworth, Illinois.
Well, I don't want a dog. I'll just have to walk it in the park, and then I'll fall prey to some other con artist.
Don't try to thank us, sir. It's the least we could do. Here's a lady with a hard luck story, Mrs. Frida Wumpler of Huron, South Dakota. You're desperately trying to get money for a trip to India, Mrs. Wumpler, is that right?
That's right. In this country, you just can't find those little seats with canopies over them that go on top of an elephant.
How does?
I say you can't find those little seats with canopies.
Yes, I heard what you said. Those seats for elephants called howdahs.
Oh.
And I assume you have some reason for wanting one if you'd plan to go clear to India to get it.
Yes, I have a very good reason. I can't afford to keep the elephant I inherited from my parents unless I can charge people to ride them.
Uh-huh.
But nobody wants to ride an elephant bareback. They all want to sit in a little seat with a canopy.
Howdah. Well, it's understandable, except I do wonder why your parents, living in Huron, South Dakota, as they did, would happen to have an elephant.
Well, I didn't say they lived in Huron. I'm the one who lives in Huron.
Oh, well, that explains it.
They lived in Rapid City.
Now, let's see what we have for you. This high-quality irrigation pipe that will enable you to turn 1 full acre of desert into productive farmland.
Well, for a person who's trying to get transportation to India, that's about the dumbest gift I ever heard of.
Now, with today's final hard luck story, Mr. Rupert Kawecki of Columbus, Ohio. Hope I pronounced that right.
Yeah, Columbus.
I understand you met with nothing but heartbreak and disaster when you came to New York to advance your business career, sir.
Well, that's right. You see, when I was in New York once before, I noticed how people grabbed newspapers off newsstands and just put down their money without even stopping to check what they'd bought.
Well, I think they realize they bought a newspaper. Nothing else looks like one, really.
Yeah, but they don't know whether they bought today's newspaper until they start to read it later. Now, that's what occurred to me as I was looking over my garage full of old newspapers back in Columbus. So having plenty of stock and trade like that, there was nothing left to do but hire a truck to haul the old papers to New York and set up a newsstand.
Well, I gather from the sad expression on your face that the business failed?
Yeah, and this isn't just a sad expression on my face either. It also includes the bruises on my face that people put there when they found I was trying to sell them copies of last summer's Columbus Dispatch.
Well, I know what a disappointment all this has been for you, sir. We want to brighten your life, and we want you to have this lovely floor lamp, complete with 3-way bulb, from Miss Metzger's of Salt Lake City.
Well, if you can't have your own business, I guess having a floor lamp is the next best thing.
That's what we thought. And we're here to provide happiness. And now back to Ray at our main anchor desk.
Next, Merry Backstage Noble Wife. the story of America's favorite family of the footlights and of their fight for security and happiness against the concrete heart of Broadway.
Mary, Harry, Pop, and Calvin have been more or less adopted by the gang of Mexican banditos, and yesterday the leader, Miguel, informed our friends that they were to take part in robbing the cantina in the next village. Now, as Miguel describes the operation, we hear.
Now, what we're going to do? We are going to go and steal from the cantina.
Oh, now, I don't know.
You know, this isn't like anything we've ever done before, Miguel.
Listen, you're a bandito now. You might as well come with us now. Get rich. Robbing. Hello?
Yes, go ahead. I'm listening to you.
You're looking away like that.
Better listen to him, Harry.
We're
We
not
might get
talking.
money to get home this way.
I want everybody to pay attention, you hear?
It's so illegal, that's all.
Where's your dumb one?
Oh, Calvin?
I'm over here.
He's over there. Calvin?
Hey, listen. I have one thing I want to take up with you now, if you don't mind. I don't enjoy being referred to as the dumb one, you hear?
Calvin's got as much brains as any of us.
Then you're a dumb one, huh? All right. I won't call you dumb one anymore. I'll call you idiot.
Oh, that's... Well, I'm not going to say anything. This guy's kind of...
Now, when are we supposed to leave, Miguel? Let's get this over with so we can head for Veracruz and back to New York.
We're going to leave for the cantina in a few minutes. Now, here's the plan.
Right.
You and you...
Yes.
Yes?
You mean Harry and myself?
Yeah, I want you two go in the cantina, pose like tourists.
Well, we can do that, Mary. We're an actor and actress. We certainly could bring that off pretty well.
Well, that's... you're not the art tourist, actually. You
That's
can go
right.
in.
We've never been here
right.
before.
Now, I want you to go in, but now here's what I want you to do. Act drunk.
Oh, no.
What? Oh, that's a part that we wouldn't enjoy
No,
playing.
I don't
I'm
think we
afraid.
could do anything like that, Miguel. You better get somebody else.
What's that?
Calvin could act that way pretty good.
Oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want... Let's listen to Miguel. Let him make all the plans.
You mean go along with what he suggests? And
You understand now? Is that clear?
well, I guess so, yes.
You two go in, stagger to the bar, and stand close to the cash register, you hear?
Uh-huh.
Then, when you hear me outside pounding the door,
That's
you
the signal.
say this is a hold-up, hand over your money. You, Harry, you reach in for the money in the cash register, you hear?
Yes, I understand. Do you understand the plan, Mary?
Yeah, I think so, but I don't know if we can carry it off very convincingly.
What was that?
What? It's Pepe.
Yeah. He's trying to...
practicing.
He's just trying to draw an exclamation point there.
Let me ask you one thing, Miguel.
Oh, yeah.
Will we be in any danger?
Well, yeah, you'll be in a bit of danger. Now, if the cantina owner has a gun, you're dangerous. You're dead.
And so Miguel makes last-minute plans to hold up the cantina in the next village. Will our friends be able to carry out their part of the role, and will the leader let them go after the robbery? Be sure and listen tomorrow when we'll hear Mary say,
Okay, let's vamoose.
That's tomorrow in the next exciting episode of Mary Backstage Noble Wife. Word Carr speaking. Right, we're going to ask some of the people here in our audience what, in their opinion, is the blandest day of the week.
I'd say Monday.
Thursday.
Friday,
Thursday,
probably.
Friday, Monday.
Saturday, kind of bland.
Need to have a little organization. Let's begin with you, ma'am. I think you yelled out first there. What, in your opinion, is the blandest day of the week?
I'm going to surprise you with my answer, Mr. Elliott.
Well, that's what we're here for.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, Saturday is the blandest day of the week for me. I hope you'll notice that I said Saturday was the blandest day for me.
Well, by that, you mean that other people might not find Saturday a bland day at all.
That's
huh?
right. That's why I added the qualification.
Oh, I understand. I think it's very
Now,
good.
most people would have picked a Thursday.
Well, I don't know.
Well, that's the day I had in mind, Thursday.
Okay,
See
thank
that? See?
We'll get to you in a moment, sir. I'm still talking
Now,
to the
not
lady.
all Saturdays are bland, mind you. I once went to New Hampshire on a Saturday, and I was quite surprised at what I saw.
Okay, ma'am. Now, this gentleman who selected Thursday, I guess you must have a reason
Right
for that.
here. The name is Edmund Sapp, S-A-P-P.
Well, what made you select Thursday as the blandest day of the week, Mr. Sapp?
Well, let's take it by days.
All right.
On Monday, you're shaking off the effects of the weekend, if you get what I mean.
I get it, yes.
All right, then, that brings us to Tuesday.
That's
Now,
my own personal selection for the blandest day of the week, Tuesday. Mr.
Well,
Sapp.
to each his own. As far as I'm concerned, Tuesday is the day you begin to take stock of things. How you feel, what you're doing, where you're headed, things like that.
A meditative day.
Yeah, right, right. And all that stuff. The thinking, keeps you hopping and using the old bean. Incidentally,
Right.
Bob, do you know what I liken Thursday to?
To what, Mr.
The month
Sapp?
of March. Now, you won't find a blandum month around. Not even if you looked. That month is like a book with gray pages, no printing on the pages.
Well, that's a very deft description of the month of March, but you were up to Wednesday. What are your feelings about Wednesday?
I would say it's a lively day, because by Wednesday you've thrown off the effects of the weekend, if you get what I mean.
I get what you mean, yeah.
And then you've stopped thinking by Wednesday, too, so it's a good day to get things done. Now, Wednesday is anything but bland in my book.
Well, that's about all the time we have, and the opinions...
Well, how
have
come
been...
that man said March is a bland month? If it comes in like a lion and goes out like a lamb, that wouldn't be very bland.
I want to thank you all for your opinions.
Well, that's my opinion of it.
We were delighted with what you had
April,
to
of
say.
course, is right into spring,
Right.
You know. You couldn't call that bland.
I think we've gotten the week off to
October is kind of bland. It
a
is
really
hot.
great start here
No,
in
sir.
Studio
Now,
2.
with the leaves turning, you couldn't say
All right, it's
that.
over now. We finished our discussion, folks.
Yeah.
Have to get along to other things. Next, Mary Backstage, Noble Wife. The story of America's favorite family of the Footlights and of their fight for security and happiness against the concrete heart of Broadway.
Mary, Harry, Pop, and Calvin are about to become unwilling accomplices of Miguel and his gang of banditos as they're about to hold up a cantina in the small Mexican town of Las Playas. And just outside the building, Miguel goes over last-minute details.
All right, now I want to go over this once more.
Right.
I don't want any mistakes. Now, above all, do not, I repeat, do not draw gunfire.
Well, is it possible we'll run into any gunfire, Miguel? By that I mean, will anybody in there be armed?
Well, I don't know, but don't provoke anybody.
No.
Using a gun.
Right.
You see, the reason for this is very simple. Any gunfire will arouse the federale troopers.
I
The
understand.
federale troopers is your enemy. The federale trooper is my enemy. Therefore, any federale troopers come around here, they do us very big damage.
Enemies
you see?
of all of us,
You
yes.
see, you understand?
I
See?
understand, Miguel,
See,
yes.
good, you see.
Yes, we see.
I get it, yes.
What do you want me to do, and Calvin, Miguel?
Now then, I want you stand outside the door,
Right.
down the far end of the veranda.
Okay.
Keep a lookout. And you, Dumbbell, I want you to go up the other side.
You weren't going to call him Dumbbell anymore, Miguel.
I'm going to call him what I want to call him.
Call him Dumbbell if you want.
Now, you, Dumbbell. Yes, sir. I want you stand on the other end opposite your friend here on the veranda. Anything unusual happen, if you spot a federale trooper,
Right.
if you see anybody going in or out of the cantina with a gun,
Right.
or coming out before your friends come out,
Right.
I want you to come and tell me. I'll be over back of the barrel. You see?
You and your gang
See?
will be over there, right?
I'll be back of the barrel. My gang
Will you be-
further on down the street.
Will you be safe over there, Miguel?
I'll be very safe, sure.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
All right, good luck, Mary and Harry. I'm going down the far end of the veranda.
Let me just see if I got this clear. Now, you want us to go in and not arouse any suspicion, go right up to the bar and say what?
Ask for a drink of water. Is that right, Miguel?
Well, whatever you do, go up by the cash register. When you hear me pound on the door, that's when you're supposed
All
to
right.
say, hand over your money.
All right. Wish us luck. We're going in now. Come on, Mary. Well, that must be the bar over there.
Yes.
Let's walk. Let's not attract any attention. Just walk over naturally.
Never been in one of these places before.
No, I haven't either.
It's very, very different, isn't it?
All right, well, there's the bartender, Mary. Ask him.
Senor, we'd like a glass of water, please.
A glass of water.
Hey, what are you doing?
Who did that? Somebody's shooting.
He told us not to rouse up. But now have we got gunplay?
On the floor, Mary. Quick.
Sure, now we'll have the federale troopers.
And it appears as if our friends have walked into a veritable hornet's nest at the cantina. Will they be able to get out safely and, what's more, return to New York? Be sure and join us on Monday when we'll hear Calvin say,
I don't see anything, did you?
That's Monday in the next exciting episode of Merry Backstage Noble Wife. Word Carr speaking.
It can't be over that fast.
Just a moment, just sitting... Well, I'll try that song, as a matter of fact. It appears to me to be a very simple song to sing.
There's nothing to it, Ray, and it's all yours.
Now, first of all, as I understand
I've heard Como try to do this.
Moderato schottisch. And I'd like you to play it very lightly, please. It's the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, friends. It's a magic song from Walt Disney's latest success, Cinderella.
Oh, that's Cinderella. You anglicize it.
If your mind is... where did we start? Right at the verse here?
If your mind is in the doo-doo. I'll give you that much of a help.
Well, I don't know as I could sing that. I'd like to get right over to the Bibbidi Bob division. Sailor Gadula, Menchika, Bula, Bibbidi Bobdi Boo-Bula.
Play it at 33 when you can.
Put 'em all... Put 'em together, and what have you got? Bibbidi Bob. Doesn't even say that.
Sound like Chicory Chick to
me. Drop that. I don't know if that's from some movie. I don't know. Maybe Bing Crosby's
Is that just as you recorded the song?
Yes, on my magic label, Black Market.
Good. We'll be looking forward to seeing the first release.
There'll be a picture of me, too, on the cover.
Good.
Suitable for framing.
Will it be labeled you or Ray Dory?
Portrait of a Champion.
Next, Merry Backstage Noble Wife. The story of America's favorite family of the footlights and of their fight for security and happiness against the concrete heart of Broadway. In our last episode, Mary and Harry had just entered the Mexican cantina, which Miguel and his banditos are planning to rob, when a shot rang out, and then another. And now, moments later, we hear Mary. Sit down, Mary.
Yes. Best to keep low now.
Can you tell who's shooting? Is it Miguel and his men or somebody inside here?
I only hope it's the Federale troopers. They're not my enemy.
Oh, that's right.
Miguel is my enemy. Your enemy, too.
Let's see if we can crawl along the floor here and at least get outdoors.
What do you suppose ever provoked the bartender to reach for his gun like that and fire it when we just asked for a glass of water?
Well, I don't know, but he got everyone else firing, too.
He really turned up a hornet's nest. That's what he stirred up.
We're almost to the door now.
Keep low, keep low.
Stay right here. You hear horses?
It's the Federale troopers, I'm convinced.
I think maybe you're right, Mary.
There, Mary. You don't want to get shot.
Calvin, keep down. You're a perfect target.
All right, dummy.
Where's Pop?
Right down here at the other end of the cantina, right around the corner.
You're not supposed to call me dummy, Mary. Just McGill's got away with that.
I was only kidding in a moment of excitement.
Yes, well, let's hope the troopers get here before much more of this shooting takes place.
It's the Federale troopers.
Federale troopers are here.
Over there.
Federale troopers are coming.
I better move from here. Go by, you guys.
Uh-oh, there goes Miguel.
Look at Miguel hightail it out of here.
Now, you just hold up there, Miguel.
What was that?
I'm Captain Wayne of the Federale troopers, and you're under arrest. Men, take this gang of banditos back to the station.
Hey, what are you doing? You can't take us. I'm your friend. I work good.
You see, we were unwilling dupes, Captain.
Yes.
We were taken over by Miguel and his banditos.
No, they come to me. They were needy. I took them in.
I know about you, Miguel. Now get on the truck and make it fast. Now shove off.
Hey, listen, I know what you Federale troopers do to banditos, but I'm no bandito.
Look at Miguel try to talk his way out of this.
I'm no bandito. I'm a good man.
You're a good man,
I do these people good favor.
We know all about you, Miguel. Now get aboard the truck and make it snappy.
You better be careful now. You better be careful, because I have many friends in high places.
You just stay on the truck, Miguel.
Well, you'll have a friend in high place the minute you get up on that truck.
I know you are unwilling dupes, Mr. and Mrs. Backstage, and we're going to take you wherever you want to go so you can get home.
How nice, Captain.
This is like a terrible dream ending happily, isn't it?
Could you take us or direct us to Veracruz, and from there probably we could get an airplane home to New York?
We'll be glad to take you to Veracruz, and
we'll do it right away. Let's shove off.
Goodbye to bad rubbish, you know. Vamos.
And so it appears that our friends have safely come through this latest ordeal, and with the help of the Federale troopers, are now headed for New York again. You want to be here tomorrow when we'll hear Calvin say,
Can we have some money?
That's tomorrow in the next exciting episode of Merry Backstage Noble Wife. Word Carr speaking.
We have asked Webley Webster to moderate a discussion which will include Mary Magoon, whom you're familiar with, I think, Tex Blaisdell, and Ray and myself will try to enter into the discussion wherever we feel it's applicable.
They
Webley?
have now chemicals, I think, that you can put down right on your lawn to kill any broad-leafed weed, such as crabgrass or plantain or creeping willy or whatever.
Webley, do you have anything?
I remember one time when I get this haircut, what happened to me was this. I went into this barber
Just
shop.
a minute, Webb. I think we were off on one line of talk there with Mary in relation to chemicals for improving the lawn, for ridding it of crabgrass. Maybe we should stick to that one subject rather than get off onto your haircut.
Do you want me to talk about it? His haircut?
Well, if you want to swing the conversation
Well, before
around
I do that, I want to just go on record and
Can
say...
you tie his haircut in with crabgrass
maybe
in any way?
a little bit. Let me try it. I would like, first of all, to go on record saying that I do think that the baseball they use in the major leagues now is it's a rabbit ball. It does go further when you hit it.
Then,
I really think so. Than they did back in the old days.
That was very...
This is the wandering musician that CBS Radio has. He wanders through the offices and into the studios to keep morale up, keep people happy during the hot summer
Are they just
months.
trying this out for the summer, or is it going to be a regular thing, do you think?
I don't know. I understand he wandered in on a newscast the other night, so I don't think it would be too regular. No. Nice song, buddy.
Next, Merry Backstage Noble Wife. The story of America's favorite family of the Footlights and of their fight for security and happiness against the concrete heart of Broadway. Yesterday, Mary, Harry, Pop, and Calvin were saved in the nick of time by the Federale troopers, who arrested Miguel and his banditos and then escorted our friends to Veracruz, Mexico, where we see them now at the international airport. We hear Calvin say...
Well, it looks like we're going to be heading home to good old Skunk Haven.
Oh, boy, won't it be
It's been
good?
an unbelievable experience. You know?
Just to kind of recap everything we've been through.
Oh, you don't have to recap
No,
it.
we know
what we've
Pop.
been through, Pop.
Well, I thought you might like to have it chronologically set down so we won't forget it. Almost
I'm
might
trying
make
to
a book.
forget it, for heaven's sakes. We're so grateful to that good Captain Wayne, was that his name?
Yes, I believe so. Of the Federale troopers, you mean?
Yes.
Yes, and everybody who's helped us out.
And I have a rather warm remembrance of Miguel, too, although he is a very bad actor.
Well, he had a peculiar streak of very warm friendliness about him 1 minute, and then, in fact, he was a great deal like Captain Wolf Larson when you come
Well,
to
I
think of it.
mean, he was certainly a bandito, and I didn't particularly appreciate him calling me dummy.
No, I could see you change your opinion of him right away the first time he said that.
Affects you quite a bit. Wonder why he called me dummy.
Singled you out, you mean, as the one dummy among us?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't think any one of us really qualifies for genius. I don't know why he picked on me to call me dummy.
Well, just a matter of chance, I guess.
Well, of course, I don't know what it is, Calvin. Could be so many things. What'd he say?
I think he said aboard for the New York plane, the New York
No,
plane.
sir, he said something por favor. And listen, we're in Veracruz. One thing we don't want to do is go to por favor.
Well, maybe that's some kind of a direction to get to the airplane gate or something.
Por favor is a town. You can bet on it.
All aboard for the New York flight, por favor.
Oh, maybe it's a stop on the New York flight. Maybe it stops at por favor and then goes on to New York.
Yeah, that must be it.
You know
Sounds like a
what,
town in Texas, maybe, por favor. What?
This flight will land in Newark.
Oh, I don't care whether
Doesn't
it lands
matter.
in Newark or Kennedy. I just want to get back to New York. We can always get out of Newark.
Look, it's that way. It says por favor over there. I think it's time we get aboard, Mary. Come on.
All right.
Bags are aboard, I hope. No, I wouldn't mind landing in
Feel
Newark.
terrible and stand out walking barefoot this way. I wonder what he wanted those high-heel shoes for.
Well, I don't know, but we'll get some more when we get home, Mary. Everything will be all right in just a few hours.
I don't like everybody looking at us. We do stand out in this crowd, no doubt
Well,
about
we've
it.
been through some pretty harrowing experiences. Just to recount some of them.
Welcome
we were
aboard
taken
the flight. Joltman
Oh.
now and sit down.
Yes.
Fasten your seatbelts. The
All right.
captain's about ready to take off.
We're 2A and 2B. You're 2C and 2D. Right?
That's right. Fasten seatbelts. Next stop, por favor.
And so our friends board the plane which hopefully will take them back to New York and perhaps their career in show business, which has been left dragging for the past few weeks. You want to be here tomorrow when we'll hear Mary say,
Oh, doesn't this look good enough to eat?
That's tomorrow in the next exciting episode of Mary Backstage Noble Wife. Word Carr speaking.
Getting back to conversational topics here, if we may digress a minute.
Yes.
I think the age of the old-time cowboy has disappeared. In other words, you see them handling these roundups from motorized vehicles, and you see the truck wagon.
You see, what I think...
Excuse me.
Well, look, when you have a 3-lane highway, everybody coming in either direction thinks that middle lane belongs to them for passing. I just wanted to say that.
Anything to add to that, Mary? Or?
Well, only this.
I got hot coffee, tea.
You folks
and
want the hot
see,
coffee
I
and
have
tea?
the pineapple
bow tie?
Danish, prune Danish.
Do you have a bow tie?
Bow tie.
Yeah.
Bow tie.
I've got French donut. I got a
I'll
jelly
have a
donut.
French donut.
Bacon
Yeah.
powder biscuit.
Okay.
Cheese sandwich. And beer.
Oh.
Why don't you folks who are
Well, so
conversing
long.
here go over in the corner and finish your conversing? Don't you think, Ray?
Yeah, Bob. That's too
A
bad.
note?
Bob, we had a note sent over from the program department here at CBS.
Yes.
They want us to play the number 40. 40 this week.
I think that's a
Up
great
3
idea.
buttons from 37.
Swell. So let's all give a listen. A great record, one we'll be hearing a lot from. Next, Mary Backstage Noble Wife. The story of America's favorite family of the Footlights and of their fight for security and happiness against the concrete heart of Broadway. It's a few minutes after we left our friends yesterday as Harry is placing a collect call from Veracruz, Mexico to Greg Marlowe in New York to ask for money to cover the return trip home. And as we join them, we hear...
Will you accept collect call from... Excuse me, please. Who are you?
Tell him I'm Handsome Harry Backstage operator. We're in Veracruz, Mexico.
Handsome Harry backstage?
She's telling Greg who's calling right now.
Veracruz.
Well, I hope he'll be in his office. That'd be terrible if he's out on a vacation or for the weekend.
All right, go right ahead.
Yes, it would. Oh, I think he's on now.
Hello?
Hello, Greg?
Yes?
Greg, Harry.
Is this some kind of a joke?
I'm afraid it isn't, Greg. It's the real thing.
Is it really you?
You'll never believe where we are.
Sure I would.
Where?
Veracruz. The operator told me.
Oh, I thought you were psychic there for a minute.
What are you
there.
doing down in Veracruz?
Well, I can't tell you the whole story now, Greg. We've had some exciting and thrilling experiences since we last saw you.
How's Mary, with whom I'm secretly in love?
Mary's fine. She wants to just say hello before we get down to the business of the call. Mary, Greg wants to talk to you for a second.
Hello?
Hello, Mary. How are you?
Oh, it's been a long trip. But I'll be glad to get home.
Tell him about Capital Park.
Greg.
What are you doing, Mary?
Greg.
Was he telling you a joke or something, Mary?
Oh, Greg, you're a caution.
Greg always had a great sense of humor. You know? I know he did. Just think, he's making Mary laugh
Take the phone, Harry.
thousands of miles away. Well, Greg hasn't talked to Mary for a long time, Calvin.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you take the phone, Harry, and
Well,
talk to
I
Greg?
will in just a
We
minute.
want to get out of here. Tell him we need some money.
Mary, let me talk to Greg again, will you, please?
All right.
Tell him you can talk to him as soon as we get back home.
All right. I'll see you when we get back home.
Let me have the phone, Mary. Hello? Greg?
Hello?
Harry?
Yeah.
Say, look, our problems just boil down to one thing. We need some money.
Money, M-O-N-E-Y.
Yes,
Doesn't
sir.
that always seem to be your problem, my problem, everyone's problem, actually, Harry?
Yes, it is,
I
but-
don't want to preach right now.
No, this
but
is
money, of course, is the root of all
root
evil.
of all evil. I know it is. We want to...
We just had a big lunch here in the big city.
Uh-huh.
Just got back. We have some wonderful plans for
Well,
you,
we're-
Mary, and how's Dummy?
he wants to know how you are, dummy.
Oh, tell him. What do you mean, dummy?
Well, that's how he referred to you.
He never called me dummy.
Craig?
Yeah?
Greg, look, there's a bus leaving in about half an hour for New York, and if you could wire us the money so we'd get it in time, we'll be on that bus.
Okay, now let me see. Do you want it in Mexican money?
No.
Do you want it laundered? Do you want American money, or do you want that laundered? How do you want it?
You'd better ask the operator what kind of money they take. We'll be looking for your wire.
Wait. Oh, back up.
I have to hang up, Greg. Time's up. And so Greg Marlowe agrees to forward money to Mary, Harry, Pop, and Calvin for their return trip home. And tomorrow they board the bus, and we'll hear Mary say,
Wasn't he good to send that money?
That's tomorrow in the next exciting episode of Mary Backstage Noble Wife. Word Carr speaking.